As the trade deal advances with US and other global partners, can the White Revolution balance the global access and the rural security? To answer this, we are joined by the Managing Director of Amul, Mr. Jayen Mehta. Welcome to TV9, Mr. Mehta.
Thank you so much.
Is White Revolution progression or protection? How do you see this deal? Do you feel it can protect Farmers Foundation or it signals sector's global graduation?
See, White Revolution 1.0, since the 2.0 is going on, the White Revolution in India was responsible for making India the largest producer of milk in the world. And today, more than 8 crore farmer families across the country are dependent on milk for their livelihood. And India is the largest producer of milk in the world. And more importantly, milk is the largest agricultural crop of our country. So we are thankful to the Honorable Prime Minister and the Government of India for protecting the interests of the farmers in the recently concluded India-USA Free Trade Agreement. Similarly, in the Europe and other agreements also, India has ensured that the livelihood and the security of the dairy farmers of the country and also the agricultural sector of the country has been very well protected. The White Revolution 2 is actually the next step forward into adding more villages into the cooperative network, more farmers into the cooperative network, more women included in this particular model, and as in how the more milk enters the organized sector, it will lead to a big jump in the dairy economy of the country. In the next 10 years, India will produce almost 1/3 of the total milk in the world. So India has an opportunity to become a dairy to the world, and that's why such trade deals which also improve our market access are welcome, and that's why the dairy industry is very happy with the recently concluded trade deals.
India produces the most milk and hosts the biggest market. But do you feel scale means sale? How do you see this deal translating into better price, better tech, and better check for dairy farmers?
Scale means size only when we are following the cooperative model. So in this case, a large number of farmers are coming together and forming a cooperative, and the cooperative is handling the milk produced by them. Milk is highly perishable, and that's why the cooperative network works out to be the best for the farmers. So that's why we have acquired scale through the cooperative model over the last several decades, and that is going to enhance further in the years to come. Market, of course, is very large. India is the largest consumer of milk in the world also, and that's why all these countries have been looking at access to our markets. But the good part is we have been able to protect that. And now, this is the time actually when people are moving in from loose to package and branded, unorganized to organized. That's where this matters very more for us to have a global market access and also to see that our dairy sector in the country is protected from cheap and subsidized imports from different parts of the world.
Cooperation before competition is India's dairy mantra. But do you feel this deal will strengthen cooperatives' spine, or it will be testing a global grind?
I don't think it's going to test any global grind because the Prime Minister stood very firmly for the interests of the farmers. He was very clear and has been very clear and also said it from the Red Fort that he will not do anything which will hurt the interest of our rural community, our farmers, our milk producers. And we have seen in the trade deal also, despite so much of international pressure, India did not succumb to that. So this is actually an opportunity for us to rise and shine. The Honorable Prime Minister has a vision to see that Indian food items are placed on every single dining table of the world. So as the largest food producer in the world for across multiple product categories, including milk, this will be an opportunity for us to rise and take on the opportunities which the world offers to all of us.
There are fears of imports and invasion and definitely other concerns are there. Do you feel the farmers will fight for the betterment?
I think there should not be any fears because the government has very, very clearly protected this entire agriculture sector and the dairy sector. And as I mentioned, if the milk sector is so happy with all the trade negotiations for the government had protected it so well, and milk is the value of output of milk in the country is more than wheat, paddy, oilseeds put together. The entire agriculture sector should actually not be worried about what's happened in this deal. The kind of items which have been allowed for imports also do not matter too much for our country in economy and particularly the dairy sector. So I think it's a good decision for the government to have got into such a nice deal, protected the agriculture and the farm sector, and we all should work hard to see that if India is going to be a developed country, how we as a farm-based sector contribute to the growth of the GDP of the country.
In a globalized dairy race, how will Amul protect its ownership while pushing the aspirations?
The ownership of Amul is pretty sorted. The 36 lakh farmers of Gujarat own this Amul brand, which has been ranked as the #1 cooperative in the world, the strongest food and dairy brand in the world. So this is a model of a cooperation and cooperatives which has been proven. And all we need to do is build on this from scale to scale. Global competition, of course, is there, but it's not just in India. We're also competing with, exporting to more than 50 countries and competing with the best brands everywhere in the world. So if you are having this recognition of being the strongest food brand in the world, strongest dairy brand in the world, it's also up to us to see that we continue to build on this momentum and make this brand stronger, both in India and outside. And after all, when we say we have the taste of India, we want to take this to different parts of the world.
In the coming years, say about after 10 years, from milk to might, how do you see India's dairy future, from local to global, from volume to value, from survival to leadership?
No, fantastic. I think these are the points which are actually relevant for all of us. Scale will come when we become the dairy to the world. And as I mentioned, if 1/3 of the total milk in the world is going to be produced in India in the next 10 years, going by our growth rate and the growth rate in different major parts of the world, definitely we are very close to achieving that. Second, this has to be converted into a brand and a marketing force. And that is where the might of the market will come, might of the brand will come, the trust of the consumers will come, and that's how you build on this. So the days are very close. I mean, it won't take much longer time to move ahead on this path, and that is what will bring scale to our dairy farmers, access of global markets to our dairy farmers, and of well-being for the country and the rural economy.
Do you really think the challenges will definitely, channelize into proper path, and it will make a, shining story for the global dairy, for India's dairy?
Absolutely. This was one of the major FTAs which was waiting to be signed. India did the Europe agreement also. India did the Australia-New Zealand agreements also. Now the few more FTAs which are in pipeline are not the core dairy producing nations of the world. So that way, I think the road is very clear now for the Indian dairy sector to grow and A, work hard to give more incomes to our farmers, and B, work harder to give products which the global customers want, and that's what we at Amul are also continuously working.